Yeah. My name's Will. And I bet on the Dallas Cowboys last night.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Around the house. Good bet.
Oh, good job. That's the sports book saying thank you. At least I wasn't fool enough to bet on the total, but oh my god. We're gonna get into that game.
Stupid.
Here's what's on the menu. We're gonna roast the Dallas Cowboys because their season's over. So let's get it out of the way. Then we don't have to talk about Cowboys the rest of the year.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a look at the we're at the midway point. So we're gonna take a look at if the season ended today. Maybe give out a little bit of some awards to some people. See what playoff matchups we have. See which teams we can go ahead and just cross off. Their season's done. Don't even play the second half, okay? Because you're done. You ain't coming back.
There's a few of those.
There's quite a few of those. So we're going to do that. We got a highlight to talk about today, and it's NFL trade deadline, which I'm kind of mad at myself because I couldn't think of a title for today for the show. Then I created what I did. And then about 20 minutes later, I go, oh, shit, tomorrow's the NFL trade deadline. So should have titled it that. Too late.
Too late.
I could have changed it, but I already did all this work with the first one, you know?
I understand. I do understand. Yeah. I just learned how to change that and edit it the other day. Right. I'd usually just, if I did it wrong, I'd just freak out and just delete the whole stream and make it again. And I figured out I can edit it now.
I meant to hit applause.
You should have laughed at me anyway. I'm with you.
That one makes it even better, though.
Yep, that was more appropriate, I think.
Oh, that's great. We're gonna get into all that and more. It's a highlight Tuesday. We love it's a highlight. I need something to wash my mouth. I had such a good day. I went 11-2 against the spread heading into Monday, and then just I should have known I was going to give it all back to the books when I saw all that public money on it. I should have known. Should have known. Anyways, moving on. It's a new week. We're on to week 10. How you doing today, sir?
I'm all right, man. I went 2-2 in the NBA last night. Hit my first NBA 3-unit play of the year. I'm telling you, Steph's been keeping an eye on some of these reverse line moving unders, dude. And I don't even care if it's the only one of the day, man. We're hammering these damn things. They don't even make us sweat them when they do that. They'll have all this money on the over, and they'll move it down 3 or 4 points, and then we don't even have to sweat the damn thing so far. So I like that. And then went 1-1 on the ice. We got my 2-unit play to come through on the Blues money line. Booyah.
At it, baby. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with those NBA bets. All I'm going to say is be careful.
Yeah, I'll be careful. I mean, I'm not going to go.
I mean, I wouldn't go around throwing 3 units on these reverse line movement. I'm telling you, be careful with some of those.
Certain ones, me and Steph's got a certain couple things we're looking at.
Playing
parameters if they're meeting. And yesterday that one did meet it. And, I mean, it came through with these.
I'm telling you are playing with fire.
Oh, it's NBA. You're always
half of the season and betting the under. That's all I'm going to say.
You're always. I had 4 unders last night, sir. I went 2-2.
Be careful. Let's say hello to our Prince Patriots here. He's here and then he's gone. I respect that he showed up.
Man, he always shows up.
I had a feeling he might not show up today. And I wouldn't have blamed him, dude. After last,
you're right. You know what? We're proud of him. Proud of him today, showing up with the game face on after the loss and stuff. Respect that.
He said he did have somewhere to be this morning though, so he couldn't stick around. But I respect it. He said, "Fire that scumbag Cowboy DC today." I'm sorry. If you would have told me the Cowboys, like going into the game, he said, "Listen, Coach Shoddy, defense is going to give up 27 tonight." Okay, you know what I would have said? Great.
Final score is 49-27, and we got all our overs and everything.
Yeah, it's like because we have like one of the best high-powered offenses, and we're at home, and it's prime time, and we usually shine in this spot, right? We're Monday Night Football. All eyes on us. You should be mad at that offense yesterday.
Absolutely, you should. Absolutely disgusting. I knew that our Cowboys and the overs bets were dead to rights when they drove right down their throat on that first drive and didn't get in the end zone.
Yeah, and they gave out that stat that like at home in the red zone they convert 90% of the time into a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was the exact opposite of that. I knew we were screwed when he threw it and had Berg there that caught it on the 3, and Berg couldn't break that tackle to score the touchdown because I had him for first touchdown. So I knew when he couldn't do that, and then they went to him again, and he missed it. I'm like, well, we're screwed. This ain't coming through.
Is he a bum?
He's getting on the bum list. I can't really call a guy that just a couple weeks ago caught 2 touchdowns and cashed a 20-1 for me a bum.
No, he can't
But
be a bum.
He's getting there.
He can't be a bum for you. Not if he cashed that a couple weeks ago. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't understand that guy.
You know what? It pissed me off. He had a chance to score, and CD had a chance to score if he would just get on his freaking horse and get that one in the end.
Motherfucker drives me crazy.
Because you know who I had parlayed together? CD, Berg, McBride, and that bum, Marvin Harrison Jr. I had them all parlayed together.
Not a bum last night. I thought about you every time he ran a crisp, cool route and caught the ball for about 25 yards. I thought about you every time.
That's how bad the Dallas Cowboys corners are. If you let that second year,
that is also true. But
did you see him break his ankles?
Oh God, those Dallas Cowboys DBs looked awful last night. Marvin, they couldn't stay within 5 yards of him, dude. He was wide open every time he caught the damn ball. And B-Mac, shout out to B-Mac. B-Mac did call that damn Maserati Mar first tutty last night. A little plus.
I know, dude. He said he hit 4 this week, and I'm proud of him.
Man, he's a savage.
What up, Blue? How we doing? Miss Leslie's in the house. Good morning. Supporting's here. David's here. How we doing, everyone? Grass Guy's in the house. Grass Guy hating on Drake May yesterday. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Did you see that on the old Twitter?
He's Twitter hating already.
Yeah, man. I mean,
let's go.
Amazing things. And he said, pump the brakes. And I'm like, what?
Pump the brakes.
We'll drive to Idaho and fight you.
Drive to Idaho and fight you.
Harrison Jr. is not a bum. Listen, do it for 4 quarters. He is yet in his career to do it for 4 quarters.
That's his guy, bro. He's got the jersey hanging in the background and everything. That's his guy. He will drive to Idaho and fight you over that.
Listen, I've been calling Marvin Harrison Jr. a bum since the day he'd been drafted.
100%. I literally told SD that last time when he called first. I said, I get so happy when Marvin Harrison does something good. I said, because Will has been talking shit about this guy since he left Ohio State.
He still ain't good.
That guy's good, bro.
If he was good, his team wouldn't be 3-5.
He actually had a quarterback that can throw the football last night.
Yeah. Do you know Jacoby Brissett feels like he's like 38, but he's only like 31?
I bet he feels older than 38. I bet Jacoby Brissett's body feels way worse than mine this morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Jay Main. Okay, real quick. We're going to get into that game, but first, quick news, because I feel like this is outside of sports. It's a big deal when something happens with like a major, like a president or a vice president, whether you liked him or not. But Dick Cheney passed away. Just got that news like 20 minutes ago.
Wasn't he like 112?
He was 84.
Okay.
But he had all those heart attacks and had that heart replacement and all that shit.
I was going to say, all them dudes are old. I mean, hell, you're older when you get in office. And that was been a minute ago now, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, when they left in 2008.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, all that shit runs together. But at the same time, I'm like, God, that dude was he was old in office.
Yeah.
Well, so rest in peace, man. Condolences and all that stuff.
Yeah. Didn't like the guy, but he was our vice president. So, just kind of shocking news this morning.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Hey, I got to ask you something. Do you know on ESPN on those eliminator challenges or whatever, like the survivors over there? How do I check that and see who won mine? Somebody won mine last week, the sports picks one. I got to make sure somebody hey, if you're out there,
I think it's me.
Yeah, I doubt that. But
I'm still alive in Eliminator.
On mine?
I joined yours, I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
I don't know how to check and see who won it. I keep going to it and clicking on it, and it's like, it won't tell me nothing. It just tells me there's one person remaining.
Yeah, look, I'm 9-0.
So that's you then.
Let's see. Yeah.
You're in my group?
Yeah, there's one guy left. That's me.
No, it is you. Good. Oh, God, this is easy. Sweet. I thought I was going to have to scour the globe to find this person.
It is weird that you can't see it, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've been looking, trying to figure out that for weeks now, and all it tells me is like who's active, and it wouldn't show anything until y'all put your picks up. And like I was like, how am I supposed to figure out who won this damn thing, man?
I didn't realize it came down to me and another dude, and that person picked the Packers.
I saw that is ours because I saw where one of y'all had the Rams and one of you had the Packers last week. There's only 2 of y'all left, and I was like, I'm never going to be able to find this person that won this.
Yeah, you're right here.
Well, you won a free year subscription to sportspicks.locals.com. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, I feel so much better about yesterday than now. I mean,
yeah. Well, damn, that's cool. I'm glad we got that worked out. I was sweating that. I was like, I'll never find this person. Good.
It would have reached out to you. It would have reached out to you.
Right?
It don't matter because I took him down, baby. I took him down. Let's go. My first contest I won this year so far.
Let's go, baby. Hey,
happy, man.
Like I said, I feel like I won that one because I was going to have a hard time trying to find that person. I
almost forgot to join it, and I joined it like last minute. And
I didn't even know. I didn't even know who was still active. I knew SD was active until a couple weeks ago. She went out there. She made it down to like the final 6, and then she went out that week. And I couldn't even see who was in there.
Yeah, look at this. There was over 1 million entries, and there's only 70,000 left.
Let's go, baby.
I'm rolling.
Rolling along.
I've been looking at this next like few weeks. Gross. Like I was looking 3 weeks ahead, just scanning the weeks as we're gonna head into the Thanksgiving week, but gross.
Yeah,
I gotta go with the Broncos though. Let's just jump right to that real quick since we're on this topic.
Yeah,
I got a stat for you.
Lay it on me.
Why we're gonna take the Broncos?
Lay it
Teams coming off overtime, which is the Raiders.
Okay. Yep.
And they played damn near the whole overtime.
Yeah, all but 16 seconds.
Their defense played like 77 snaps.
That's crazy. That's an incredible amount for an NFL game.
So teams coming off overtime, playing on the road on Thursday night, are 5-15 straight up, 4-16 against the spread.
That's about 20%.
They average scoring 15.6 points per game, and their opponents average scoring 25.9 points per game. Funny that's like a 10 points gap right there, because guess what the spread is Thursday night?
9.5.
10.5.
Right on the money.
Right on the money, you know?
Man, I think it sounds like we've got a Broncos, Raiders team total under, maybe Broncos team total over parlay together.
I don't know. I don't know what we do with the spread there, but I feel like at least at minimum, we can come up with some same game parlays. Maybe who to score the first touchdown. We should only look at Broncos players, but at least at Broncos good teaser leg. Don't even care if we take it to -3.5 because it shouldn't matter.
I feel like in these, every time we think about this, and we're always like, we should definitely take a Broncos player. We totally got to pick like Trey Tucker or something for the Raiders' first touchdown score.
I won a free year sports picks, man. Well, I won one in the summer too.
Yeah, you had won. You won one for some. Didn't you win one for like March Madness or something?
I won the March Madness. I got second, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, and then we were going.
I was going to use it. Then I was going to use it towards the ticket to the event.
Yeah,
but I couldn't make it. Yeah. But now I won another one.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, you're good to go on that, man. We'll like I said, I'll have to reach out to Uncle Bob today. And I'm just glad I found the winner, man. I didn't think I was ever going to find that. But I thought I was going to have all kinds of people sliding in my DMs telling me they won the Survivor, and I have like 36 different people I got to pick from or something. Yeah.
Well, just make sure he knows we didn't rig it. All right. It's a legit 9-0.
There ain't no way you can rig that. Y'all could be upset about it if you want to, but the man picked 9 winners in a row and nobody else did that. That's a winner.
This is what Grass Guy was hating on. So Drake May, through half a season, is on pace to potentially break Drew Brees' all-time completion percentage record for a single season.
What is it?
See, Drew Brees has 74.4 and 74.3. Drake May's at 74.1.
Drew Brees completed nearly 75% of his passes 2 years in a row.
Yeah, but he back in 2018 and 19, he wasn't throwing the deep balls that Drake May's throwing.
No, that's still impressive though. What is Drake May now? 74.1. You got a shot at it.
That's what I was saying. And Grass Guy's like, it's too early to put him in, in conversations with the legends like that. And I'm like, he put himself in that
I was
conversation.
starting to say, if he breaks the record, he breaks the record.
He put himself in there. I mean, we're just going to keep an eye on it.
You didn't throw a single one of those passes for him this year. Didn't catch none of them. None of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Grass Guy said, I commented. That wasn't hate. No, Grass Guy, you're confused. If you comment on the Twitter, it's immediately hate.
Yeah, welcome to Twitter.
Yeah, welcome to Twitter.
Everything takes everyone takes whatever you say to the most negative it possibly could be.
To the max. For sure. Don't make jokes.
Let's talk about these Cowboys. 27-17 win for the Cardinals. Just embarrassing. By the way, if you guys in the chat see any trades that happen, shout them out. I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. I'm going to get Sheffy's thing pulled up and whatnot.
You know that shit's all going to happen about 10 a.m. when we get done with all these shows.
Well, actually, it usually happens 20 minutes after we get done with this show, so at least you'll be live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what I'm saying. That's another good thing about doing the show back to back. At least those mornings we get the breaking news that we just missed. We at least still get that out there.
Yeah. Let's see. What a deal. Oh, well, there is a deal done. Speaking of the Cowboys. Nah, see, I don't know why Dallas is still making moves because it's stupid. I thought if Dallas
Trey Henderson?
No.
Oh, well, that's the only Bengal they should have wanted.
I know, right?
Come on, what are we doing?
But I figured, like, Jerry announced that they've got a deal done and they were just waiting to finalize it for this morning. But I thought if they lost last night, the season's over. Trade away some of your assets that you can't keep. If you win, then go make a move for a defensive lineman or something. But it looks like the Cowboys are going to do what Cowboys always do and just throw shit together, I guess. Cowboys are finally in a trade deal to acquire Bengals middle linebacker Logan Wilson. Earlier Monday, Jerry Jones told Stephen A. Smith that the Cowboys have made a trade ahead of Tuesday's NFL trade deadline. It is expected for Wilson, for whom the Bengals have been seeking a 6th-round pick. That's what they got. So I guess it really wasn't anything. Wilson signed a 4-year, $36 million extension in 23. Still has 2 years remaining on his contract. So not a huge move, but I mean, anything can help the Cowboys out. As
maybe. Once again, that defense didn't play. They played the best they played all damn year last night. And they still lost by 10.
He was the Bengals' leading tackler in 2021, 2022.
No, I remember that. I remember he was, I think the first year of our Dynasty League, I think he was my linebacker, and he was a tackling machine.
Someone has to keep Will in line. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Even
Man,
my
I
wife
thought go ahead.
Even my wife has trouble doing that.
Dude, listen to this shit, okay?
Huh.
So yesterday, I'm outside in the front yard, and I'm chipping some golf
story time.
balls. Yeah. And I'm chipping some golf balls, man. And all of a sudden, I walk back over to the porch, and like Trin, SD's daughter, is standing there. She's got this look on his face. She's like, "Hey, Mom needs you." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "She all right?" She's like, "Yeah, just come in here." I go in there, okay? SD was cleaning the refrigerator, and she pulled the little shelf out on the bottom, like where the drawers and stuff go. And I guess that damn thing was cold, or she had been wiping it off with some hot water or something like that when where it had been cold. She pulls that thing out and gets up like the counter, and the whole thing shattered everywhere, dude. There was glass all over our fucking house from this thing. It shattered into a gazillion pieces. And she just pulled it out. Luckily, it didn't cut her or nothing like that. But she just pulled it out, I guess, where it had been, where she'd been wiping off with the, I guess, where it'd been in the refrigerator cold or whatever, and got over there and started wiping it with the warm water. And I told her, I was like, you can't do that. You can't go from the cold glass to the warm glass like that. That will crack every time. Because I was like, how did you do this? And then she told me, I was like, well, you didn't watch much Bill Nye the Science Guy when you were a kid, because that would not have worked out. And it shattered into a gazillion pieces, bro. We'll be picking up glass out of this house. I bet you I'll find pieces of that glass when we move.
Yeah.
That shit was everywhere, bro. It was all in the sink and all kind. We had to call Buku. I was like, man, I got some glass down my drain. How do we get this figured out and stuff and get this out of there? Buku set us up just nice. We're good to go.
Hey, babe, Buku. Shout out.
It was a whole ass mess. I was just trying to chip golf balls, man.
Yeah, dude. Hate
Can't have
that.
nothing.
That's what, like this time of the year, you see a lot of dumbasses, especially younger kids, when our cars start because it's like freezing outside now, and
Yeah.
they'll go pour hot water on their freaking windshield. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That
Don't
will.
do
I'm
it.
telling you, y'all never saw Bill Nye the Science Guy, I guess, because that will shatter. Yeah, don't pour that hot water.
Shout out Thomas.
Oh
Thanks
yeah.
for giving me a follow on Twitch. Just saw that. How about this? Instead of going to Discord, you hit me up. You hit me up, Samuel. Are you Samuel or are you Thomas?
Samuel Thomas.
Sporting said, I won Game on Survivor on ESPN. What do I get? I don't think anyone joined that. Oh, you said kidding. No one joined it. Oh, I didn't make a Game on Survivor. Dude, we have some, I know we're bouncing around, but we have some very sharp people in our
Absolutely, we do.
in our group. Well, real quick, and then we'll get back to the Cowboys. I'm currently second in yours in this one too, so I'm excited about that. But look at this one. We have how many people in this? 39. I mean, we got guys that are 79 and 56 on the season, 99.8%. Who the hell is Derek and Cliff? And Rockcha? Because those guys are all tied at 79 and 56.
I think that's Rakisha, but Rakisha's sharp, man. She stays up near the top in all them damn contests, man.
She watch the show?
I don't know. I just see her name in them contests, and she always up in the top 5.
Who do you think this guy is? B-Max Stacks? Who do you think that is?
B-Max, I know who that is. That guy just beat me in fantasy this last week.
97.6.
That guy beat me in fantasy last week, man. Me and B-Max.
Here I am thinking I'm having a good season because I had a huge comeback this week. I'm at 7th. I'm a bum.
Bro, me and B-Mac had a barn burner in fantasy this week. He beat me like 99 to 88. Our whole team shit. We could have about combined our scores and not outscored my dynasty team.
Rob Con says, "Did you see Dick Cheney died?" Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of the show.
What up, Rob Con? Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just an embarrassing performance by the Cowboys. Offensively, couldn't get anything going. The fact that he didn't score an offensive touchdown until the fourth quarter says it all.
You know what?
I thought what was going to really I didn't mind that they were down 10-0 because I'm like, okay, they had a fumble here. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. This is where the offense is just going to click, or at least in the second half. I thought they were like, okay, we just had a bad half, shake it off, here we go. And I thought that blocked punt for a touchdown was really what was going to spark the momentum.
I thought we had life. I thought the overs and the Cowboys bettors had life.
Yeah,
we didn't.
We did not.
What about the fact that I thought the NFL record for field goal was going to stand for all of one day?
Yeah, I was about to get to that next. That was his first miss of the season. I just assumed, Crick, when I was like looking at it, I'm like, we're getting real close here. This is like the perfect time to try it, right? Because it's right at the end of the half.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to, and then they picked up a few more yards. I'm like, oh, this might be a little too close. And then they showed it was exactly 68 yards to go.
When I saw him send the field goal, I was like, oh, SD was telling me, I was like, oh, hold on. I was like, I think we're about to see two records in a day. And yeah, no, that's why you don't get a lot of those, man, because it's such a bad spot if you miss the field goal and you turn it over at midfield or whatever and give the team. So you only really get to see him have a chance at those. Even Cam Little's was at the end of the half too the other day. But I
just assumed he made it. I'm like, here we go. He's good.
I thought he was going to bury it. I figured he would kick it in there like it was a 37-yarder or something.
When he missed it, I go, oh, the Cowboys aren't coming back in the second half.
No, absolutely not. I knew they were
he's off. Even he's off.
If he would have made that, they would have got all fucking hype and shit, and they'd have been in the locker room celebrating stuff like the Jaguars did the other day.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't even close. Did you know that was his first miss of the season?
That's his first miss of the season?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd let him try more of those.
I mean, you might as well. You got nothing. Listen, first of all, who cares if you're the Dallas Cowboys and you give the ball back at midfield? Your defense isn't going to stop anyone anyways.
That's true. Yeah, that just means the drive will be shorter and you'll have more time on offense.
Yeah, exactly. And also, that's your best shot of getting points at this point.
No shit. The way it looked last night, it for sure was, man.
I tweeted out, I go, how the hell did Brandon Aubrey miss that chip shot 68-yarder?
Chip shot. Yeah. What's he doing? Bum. For the record, Patriot, I know you're already gone, but Cam Little's better than Brendan Aubrey.
Oh my God, Rob Kahn comes in here. He is sharp as a tack. He had the Cardinals in the under.
Let's go, baby.
God,
Based on the ref in the game, that may be a good angle we got to
that
start
was a
looking
good
at.
angle. You should have just looked at I looked at it, but I already placed all my bets, and I saw, the books really needed the Cardinals in the under, and I go, sounds like the books are going to get Cardinals in the under.
Yeah, that's the books got it. What are you talking about supporting?
Oh yeah, this is a good point. He brought this up on Sports Wars yesterday. I didn't have a chance to bring it up with him. Talking about no one's talking about the rule change for kicking balls. It's actually a huge deal this year. So the kicking balls this year, the reason why we're seeing a lot more field goals be made is it's not the game ball anymore. They actually get to use the kicking balls that the kickers use to practice with, and you get to beforehand you couldn't touch the balls or anything until like the game or whatever, but now they're allowed to have it before the game and get the ball situated how they want, like worked in how they want, and they get to use those balls.
Well, that's good. I mean, I don't know how y'all did it when you played and stuff, but we always had game balls that you threw with and stuff, and then there was different kicking balls.
Yeah, but in the NFL they didn't have that.
They didn't do it like that, and now they are. I mean, what's the big difference between them? I mean, the kicking balls, you could tell a significant difference between the kicking balls and the throwing balls.
Well, the kicking ball, you can kick it way better than a regular ball.
And because it's usually more inflated, like it looks more round and shit. So yeah, it's almost
and it's not like worn down from the game and stuff like that, or whatever.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that was going on, and I kind of blows my mind that it took this long to get that figured out. George Pickens is a fucking dipshit.
I know.
That guy has as much talent as anybody in the entire NFL. That guy's an absolute freak athlete, incredible talent. That guy is one of the biggest dipshits walking on the planet. He's an asshat, man. He cannot get out of his own fucking way.
That's
all you got to do is
brought him up. Since we brought him up and it's NFL trade deadline day, this is what I'm saying. Cowboys, now that they lost this game, they're not going to pay him after this year. They're not.
No.
They're not going to pay him.
Paid CD.
Well, and they already made some moves and whatnot. They aren't gonna. They got too much to focus on defense.
You can't spend $200 million on wide receivers.
They also can't. Like, it says game on show for the group name. Sporting said up there. Oh, okay. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, because they can't draft their way. Now, granted, the Cowboys have 2 first-round picks. They should definitely hang on to theirs.
Yeah, don't get rid of those.
Theirs, and they have the Packers because of the Micah trade.
Oh yeah, don't get rid of those. You need those.
Well, you could trade the Packers one if you think you can get someone, but don't trade yours because yours is going to be
yours is going to be a good one. Yeah, the Packers may actually be down bottom half of the.
But the Cowboys have shown they can't draft an offense or defensive lineman to save their life of late.
How is that so hard to do?
So you're going to have to go buy one, and you can't buy one if you sign. Look at the Bengals. You want to be the Bengals? Pay Pickens. You can't pay Pickens. Trade deadlines today. I know a lot of people like George Pickens coming to the Cowboys. Some Cowboys fans have kind of liked him. I know last night he was a dipshit.
He usually is.
You should be trading George Pickens today because you can get something for him. Think of the teams that could use George Pickens.
You probably get a third rounder for him, maybe a fourth.
You probably could get a third rounder. You probably could.
I think a third rounder would be worth that, man.
There's a lot of teams. The Buffalo Bills could use them. The San Francisco 49ers. My Patriots would love a George Pickens. You know what I mean? And we have the assets to do it.
I'm saying there's a lot of teams out there that could use George Pickens right now if George Pickens could stay out of his own way.
Oh, I would love him in New England with Vrabel. I think,
but it's not great that the last night you get that play with him getting the first down, making a great play and everything, and then talking shit. Can't even handle dude talking a little smack to him. Gets the 15-yard penalty in a crucial moment of the game. There's a lot of teams looking at that and like, hell, if we're a playoff team, I don't want that idiot catching the ball in a key moment right there and give us a 15-yard penalty to back us up and screw us. Because he does that all the time.
Rob says, look at Bill Vonovich as a ref next week. He's 8-0 to the over. Which game is he reffing?
Yeah, what game's he in,
or
Rob?
Do we know?
I'll
not know?
Fucking bet that referee angle. Let's go.
What up, Mont? How we doing?
Good morning, Mont.
Some guy from me says, I don't want him on the Pats. He's cancer. Listen, I agree with you. But we're kind of desperate. We got a good team, and we're thin with wide receivers.
I would go. There's other guys you could go look at to get before him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be mad if we got him. You know what I mean? It'd be
I
a
were
nice
you. I mean, yeah, you couldn't
complimentary
be.
piece.
You might not be, but you just have to wait and see, man. I don't know. A guy like that can't come in and poison a locker room. And if you got it already figured out and you got some good things going, I don't know if you mess with that or not. I'd be throwing to Keyshawn Butte and shit.
I want AJ Brown because I want to see Drake May throw one up to AJ Brown.
He ain't going nowhere.
I know. I'm just saying that's what I want.
I mean, that would be cool, but he ain't going nowhere, and there ain't nobody trading gonna pay that damn contract and shit.
Patriots have $48 million.
I know, but they ain't gonna give it to AJ Brown.
But I'm just saying they could.
They could. It wouldn't be a bad trade.
You'll know Wednesday after 9 a.m. they reach the ref assignment.
You'll know Wednesday. Okay. Where do you? Hey, what do you use to get those, Rob? On what site or where do you look at that at?
NFLreferee.com.
Is that a real thing?
No.
I was like, I don't see that.
Maybe. I don't know. Will's acting like the Patriots window's closing. No, we have some good momentum going right now. We're ahead of schedule.
Hell, y'all just got it.
I would love to add a safety play. I would really love a pass rusher. I really love Trey Hendrickson. That's who I don't
know why. That's what I'm saying. You traded for the wrong Bengal Cowboys. What are we doing there?
Apparently, the Bengals are still asking for a first-round pick, which the Bengals, you're stupid.
Never getting that.
You're stupid because everyone knows you can't pay this dude next year.
And everybody knows he's pissed off and wants to get out of town and everything else. He'll just wait. He'll sit over there and act like he's got a hammy injury for the next 9 weeks, and then he'll get to be a free agent.
Just accept a third-round pick. It might be a high third-round pick.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You see a lot of gems found in the third round of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Because you got all these highly touted guys going in the first and the second round and stuff like that. And you have a lot of guys that were really good college football players that kind of fall under the radar, and they get taken in the third round when they thought they should have been first round. They come in the league with a big chip on their shoulder, and they usually wind up being a hell of a player.
Yeah. Mighty Megatron says, thank you, Arizona. You got me plus 145 money line. Man, you guys just crushed it yesterday. Should have listened to the chat.
I know, right? God almighty.
Pat's history with diva wide receivers doesn't work. Moss was the only exception. Yeah, but we got Rabel there now.
That's right. He'll smack him in the mouth.
God, I miss those Randy Moss years.
God, that was fun to watch, dude.
That was. No new trade news yet, according to Schefter. I just refreshed it. Okay, but enough of the Cowboys. Cowboys suck. All right, we're done talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, they do suck. What a garbage ass product. I knew we were dead to rights on the over when the Cowboys drove right down their throat and then did not get in the end zone.
Let's start with the NFC. If the season ended today, okay? Because the NFC is actually very I would say if the season ended today, I wouldn't be mad at the matchups we get first round of the playoffs. You ready for it?
I am. I'm looking at it.
The Eagles would get your bye. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be your 2 seed, and they would be hosting the Detroit Lions.
I'd
inject that into my veins right now.
I would love to get the Lions at home in the playoffs after the shit we looked like up in Detroit and the refs suck. So I would love to get the Lions at home in playoffs.
Mm-hmm. The Seattle Seahawks will be hosting the 49ers. Those are always fun matches.
Yeah.
We know what happens. You bet the
49ers. We know what happens sometimes. Yeah.
And then the Packers would be hosting the Rams. Yeah.
Inject that in the Rams in that one.
Yeah.
How are the Rams always like having a better season and always having to go on the road to an NFC North team?
Because the NFC West has been pretty damn good the last few years.
It is. It really has. It's good this year too.
Now the teams that are on the outside looking in, you got your Chicago Bears at 5-3. I don't think we can cross them off yet.
Dead to rights.
You think they can't get in?
I think they suck. And I think they've caught lightning in a bottle multiple fucking times and got lucky as shit, just like on Sunday. And I think Caleb Williams is a fucking bum. I think the Ben Johnson experiment is going to prove to be a pretty gross one when it's all said and done. And it looks good right now, but I think that team finishes under 500.
Okay. But for this purpose, for this exercise, they're not eliminated yet.
They're not eliminated. Roll them out right now. They're 2 games over 500.
Yeah, and they play the Giants this week at home.
Oh, I'm taking the Giants.
I
Probably not. That's a stay away if I ever
In
heard of one.
Chicago.
That's a stay away if I've ever heard one right there. That's a gross game.
Yeah. Then we have the Carolina Panthers at 5-4. I mean, they're still in the mix for the division.
Hell, what have they won? They won three in a row now.
They won one in a row.
Oh, who'd they lose to? Oh yeah, they got beat 49 by the Bills. That's right.
Yeah. But I mean, they're only one game back behind the Bucks for the division right now.
Yeah, dude. And I am telling you, I am sweating that game where we got to go to Carolina. We'll probably boat race them down in Tampa just because they aren't great on the road. I know they won at the Packers last week, but we also play well at home. But we always struggle with that game at Carolina, and they actually got a decent team this year.
And the last team that has a chance to make the playoffs is the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think they do, but they did. You know, they're 4-4. That division's tight.
That's a good win on Sunday for them.
They're one game
they
behind.
Had to have. I mean, that's kind of like a playoff game for them because you get put in a real bad spot if you go up to Detroit and go down another game in the division and everything. I mean, that was a big win.
And the Cowboys would have been in the mix at 4-4-1, but now they are 3-5-1, so they are out.
Yeah, they're not.
That's about it. No, Cowboys and below, you can't make the playoffs.
No, sir. Dead to rights.
You are done. The only team I would say could have a chance if they went on a little bit of a roll would be the Falcons, just because of that division. They might be able to. Win it. But
say that one more time.
The Falcons would be the only one out of all these down here because they could still technically win their division.
Yeah,
I don't think they will.
They gotta win. They need to win a few in a row.
Now this is interesting because this is gross in the AFC. Your bye would be the Colts. You would have my New England Patriots hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is gross. I would love that for my Pats, but that is a gross matchup. No one wants to watch that.
No.
You would have the Denver Broncos hosting the Chargers. I hate that because I hate when division, but we always get it. But like division opponents face each other for the third time.
Yeah.
In the wild card.
Those are always weird. I'd be on if that was in Denver, I'd be on the Broncos in that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, and the Chargers, I think the Chargers, you can get the Chargers at 2-1 to miss the playoffs.
I don't hate that, but I don't know. They've done enough earlier. They're going to get Omari and Hampton back in a couple weeks too.
They've lost their two starting tackles. Joe Alt's done for the season.
Done for the season? That's what I'm saying. They probably should have never been back for a little bit. They should have left him on the sidelines for a few more weeks. So now he is done for the year. What was wrong with him now?
Broke ankle or something like that.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. As a team that I think has a really tough schedule coming up, and now your offensive line is even more banged up, I think at 2-1, I take that risk of the Chargers missing the playoffs. I mean, they're barely in the playoffs right now.
I think that's some really good value, man. I do the 2-1 because
your other matchup would be the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Buffalo Bills.
Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Bills?
Yeah.
I feel like the Steelers and the Bills always play in the playoffs.
See, I'm good with the Colts, Patriots, Broncos, Steelers, Bills being in there. Let's get the Chargers out. Let's get the Jags out. And good thing is you still have the Kansas City Chiefs on the outside looking in, and you got the Baltimore Ravens on the outside looking in. Even though they are 3-5, they're going to be 5-5 here in 2 weeks.
What do you get on both those teams to make the playoffs?
Not good. I don't think it's that
Not good.
Because everyone knows it's like already. I mean, hell, Baltimore's like right there with. I think they're still favored to win their division.
They should be. That division's terrible.
Let me see what you can get. Now, I do have a ticket on the Chiefs to miss the playoffs from the beginning of the season. So either way, I don't really care. You can. I mean, I know you can still get 4-1 on the Chiefs to miss the playoffs. I looked that up yesterday.
4-1 to miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fishy. They're sitting there on the outside looking in right now, and
it's because it's the Chiefs, man.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That's probably like I said. I mean, the 4-1, there's some good value there with them on the outside looking in. But
the Baltimore Ravens, you can get plus 130 for them to miss the playoffs. I would rather just bet against them in spots because they've got to pretty much run the table coming up.
The Ravens.
So I'd rather pick a spot and take like a plus 200 dog, knowing that they're going to miss the playoffs if they lose that game. than the plus 130.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs to miss. Yeah, the Chiefs to miss the playoffs plus 425 right now.
Plus 425. I mean, that's good value on that. I don't hate.
Think about this, Crick. So the Ravens and the Chiefs are favored to get into the playoffs, which would mean the Chargers and Jags would be the most likely teams that fall out.
What are the Jags to miss the playoffs?
All I'm saying is that makes I think the Jags and the Chargers are good bets to bet the to miss the playoffs, because the Jags to miss the playoffs are plus 135. You can get plus 200 on the Chargers.
I agree.
One of those teams, two of those teams between 6-7, between Chargers, Jags, Chiefs, and Ravens aren't making it.
Yeah,
you get 100%. Plus money on all of them.
And I would trust the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens more than I would trust those other two teams. You got the injury problem for the Chargers there, and I still think the Jaguars are fraudulent.
Rob Constant, Steelers always lose in playoffs. They do. This is true.
That's true. 40 cents for Denver to win the division. I would have to look.
I don't hate that, because they're about to go 8-2. They're about to be 8-2.
Yeah. They still got to buy.
And the Chiefs, look who the Chiefs got coming up. Well,
we get one. Yeah, we'll figure out some of it right now.
No, this is
they're on bye this week.
Yeah, Chiefs are on a bye.
God, I know. I got the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and the Bengals on a bye. It means no Patrick Mahomes.
The Chiefs have a rough stretch because, look,
that is a rough stretch.
They play the Broncos. They play the Colts, and then just a few days later on Thanksgiving, they play the Cowboys. So they're about to play 3 games in 11 days. Even if they go 3-0 in those, that's not easy on a team.
We get Chiefs Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Remember, that's what I've been saving for Survivor.
I know. That's what I just didn't. I didn't realize that they were playing each other.
And after last night, I feel so good about taking the Chiefs if I get there.
You ought to. After what you saw last night, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It did suck.
And then they also have another rough stretch at the end of the season. Granted, they go to Tennessee and play the Titans. They're going to win that game. But still, it's a road game. And then just 4 days later, they have to play the Broncos on Christmas. Another short.
Finish up at the Raiders.
Yeah.
You got the Texans mixed in there, too. That ain't no easy game.
What's up, Orneal Fart?
Good
How you doing?
man. Good.
Cowboys are so bad. Yeah, we already talked about them.
Did you see where?
Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, the Broncos. Hold on, the Broncos. They get the Raiders. They're going to be 8-2, and then they got to face the Chiefs. But look at the Chiefs at home for the first crack. And then they get to go at the Commanders. After the Chiefs, they go on a bye. Then they play the Commanders. Thank you.
What is the weird stat with the Raiders and the Broncos since the Raiders have moved to Vegas? They haven't. Wasn't it like last year? I think they finally won one last year, but before that, they were like 0-7 or something.
Yeah, they hadn't beat the Raiders or the Broncos,
and they finally did beat them. So we probably just played the Raiders again.
Let's see. So that's 8 wins, 9 wins, probably 10 wins. They're probably beating the Raiders twice. Let's be honest.
Should.
Even if you say they lose to the Packers, they got the Jags. They should beat the Jags. That's 11 wins. So if they could just beat the Packers, Chiefs once, or the Chargers, that's a 12-win season.
Yeah.
That should get you the division.
That should, with the Chiefs lose on Sunday.
Did you know this is like the first time in like 20 years? I can't remember exactly how many years, but like this, like 9 weeks into the season, everyone's got at least 2 losses.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It still feels like the gap between the top teams and the bottom teams is very, very wide. I don't feel like we have a lot of middle of the road teams this year.
I know. It's either you're really good or bad. I mean, there's only one division that is like competitive. I guess you could say the AFC North, but they kind of all suck. No,
that's because that's not competitive. They just all suck.
Yeah. But look at it. You got, I mean, the AFC West, yes, but you got a 2-6 Raider team. The only team is the NFC North is really close. Outside of that, in NFC West, but then you
NFC West, the best division.
NFC West, and the most competitive is the NFC North, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Arnold Report says the Rams have a brutal skill. Dude, I think the Rams can win out. I was looking at this, Crick.
I like that Rams.
That's what I forgot to tell you. I got a bet. I got a 15 to. I think it's either 15 or 18 to 1. I can't remember. I was looking at it. I didn't pull the trigger on it yet, but I'm thinking about it. Coach of the year, Sean McVay.
I don't hate it, dude.
The favorites right now are Shane Steichen and Mike Vrabel. And if you don't think the Patriots are going to beat the Bills and win the division, then I like this bet. I like it anyways because you never know what's going to happen. I think if the Patriots win the division, and they're going to have to beat the Bills again to do that, or hope the Bills slip up, but they do get the Bills at home at least. But I think if the Patriots win the division, they'll probably Vrabel should get Coach of the Year because no one saw that coming.
If you come in, if Shane Steichen or Mike Vrabel win the division, if they both win the division, then you got to give it to the one with a better record. But I think if either one of those guys win the division on those teams, what we thought they were going to be coming into the season, I think you got to give them Coach of the Year.
But I will say this: Colts got a tough schedule coming up for the second half of the season. They're going to lose some more games, which is going to kind of.
And they look rough Sunday.
Yeah. Now, for some of these older coaches, or these coaches that have been in the league a while that we know, I mean, hell, a Super Bowl winning coach, for them to win Coach of the Year, they've got to have a really good record and be the 1 seed. I think the Rams can do that. I was looking at their schedule. They're at the 49ers, revenge game because they shouldn't have lost that Thursday night to them a couple weeks ago.
No, they shouldn't. That was a fluke.
They get the Seahawks at home. They get your Bucks at home. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a fun one.
Which one?
Rams hosting the Bucks.
Yeah, dude. Those have been fun, man. We've had that in the playoffs a couple times the last few years, and those are always fun.
But then here's who they got. They got the Panthers, the Cardinals. They get a host of Lions. I like that. Lions on the road this year have not been all that great.
They look like shit at home.
Then they got to go to the Seahawks again, but then they're at the Falcons, at the Cardinals. The Rams could win out. They probably won't. They're going to lose probably one in here. But, I mean, even if they lose one in this stretch, you're looking at a 14-3 season.
That may be the best record in the NFL when it's all said and done.
Yeah, that might get you Coach of the Year. At 15 to 1, that's worth a sprinkle. Or at least on Kalshi buy into McVay now. And we see those charts move up and down every week.
I agree. Everybody got to remember too, playing with a 40-year-old quarterback damn near.
Yeah, a guy that wasn't even supposed to. He was questionable if he was going to start the season or if he was even going to be able to last the whole season. And now he's at an MVP-like season.
Clayton Kershaw's brother.
Yeah.
Sure
Listen,
enough.
if Matthew Stafford ends up winning the MVP this year, I want the Patriots to inject Drake May with an epidural at the beginning of next season.
100%.
Clearly, it works.
100%.
He doesn't even need it, but give it to him anyways.
It should be a standard for NFL quarterbacks. You have to get an epidural before the season.
Grass guy says, "Don't we have other sports to discuss?" That's why we have a second show.
That's right, man. That's right, dude. That's right. NFL looming large
it's
right
a Tuesday, man. It's a Tuesday.
We got a kind of slow week in college football. I was looking at some of them lines a little bit ago. First time I've looked at them. Kind of a kind of week.
There's a couple interesting matchups.
I mean, there are a few, but I'm just compared to what we've had. You usually even get some of those unranked matchups that are pretty interesting. I just don't even see a lot of those this week.
The most disappointing, like if you were looking at preseason, like a hype up game, I think that for this weekend, the most disappointing one has to be Alabama LSU.
100%.
That was supposed to be a really good game, and now Alabama's like a 10-point.
I'll tell you what, though, I got a weird inkling. I might take LSU plus that 10. Little new coach boost, man.
I don't hate it.
Little new coach boost. That's a rivalry game. They always hitting hard in that damn thing.
Yeah. I don't know, Crick. I like that over on Kalshi. I think I'm going to buy in today on McVay. I think the Rams are going to get the 1 seed.
Yeah, I don't hate it, sir. I don't.
I am excited. This is right before Thanksgiving, Sunday night. Buccaneers, Rams.
That's be a good one, man.
On Peacock.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Peacock.
Yeah. I want to do something. Maybe if we can plan it out this week, maybe this Friday for the Friday show or something like that. That idea I was telling you about where And granted, I know we'll have the Thursday night game in the books, but it shouldn't really matter. That shouldn't change anything. You and I come up with like 10 bets to make right now. Any bet you want in the NFL futures, current odds that you can find, like McVay to win Coach of the Year, such team to win their division and whatnot. We each come up with 10 of our own bets, and we'll see. We'll bookmark them, and then we'll see at the end of the season and calculate who got the most. So, like, if you take a 15-1, we'll grade it as a 1-unit play on that one. And
I'm
if
down.
it hits,
I told you.
15 units. But if you go with a huge favorite, let's say you go with like a minus 400 to win the division,
and you lose 4 units.
Yeah.
I like it.
But if you win, you only get 1 unit.
Right. No, I'm with you. I like it, dude.
I think that would be fun. That'd be a fun little exercise.
I love contests. I've built my whole life off playing games. Love it.
Hey, Will, did you see Falcons head coach complaining about Vrabel cheating? Did he really?
Whatever. Raheem Morris sucks.
Did you see Coach Traeger? Speaking of complaining, did you see him?
No, tell me about it.
So they got that big win against Tulane, right?
Backed him in the mouth. God bless. Birds up.
Big win. The coach for Tulane after the game was crying and complaining, accusing UTSA of pumping in crowd noise to make it louder in there at the Alamo Dome. First of all, that just makes you look like a little bitch. You just got your ass kicked. And now you look like a little bitch. Right?
Yeah.
Even if they were doing it and you suspected it and you had proof, just don't say anything. You got your ass kicked. All right. Yeah. Don't.
Yeah, be better.
Second of all, you're blatantly calling the other team and coach a bunch of cheaters.
Cheaters.
You should have seen Coach Traeger after. You would think he'd be happy after a win. He went up there and ripped into everyone, ripped into the media. He ripped into the other team's players because before the game, they were all like doing interviews and talking shit and stuff like that. That was getting like they're sitting there in the locker room watching these pregame things, and he's like, "That's the first time I've ever seen them, players blatantly come out and say like all kinds of shit like that to us and whatnot," which obviously fueled the fire for them. But he ripped into the Tulane's coach.
Man, do we have any footage of that?
I'll try to find it. I can't find it right now, but
yeah, that I would like to see.
He came on the show that I listened to yesterday. He was talking about it. They were like, "Coach, you sound happier now than you were after the win."
I think it's so funny to me that you live in Idaho and you have a San Antonio podcast you listen to every day.
Yep. The Morning Huddle.
What's your ties with the San Antonio, man?
I told you because the host, one of the hosts on there, AJ Hoffman, he used to be at pregame.com.
Okay, I do remember that.
I listened to him for like 4 years, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm going back to radio, and I'm moving back to Texas." And so I tuned in one time because I'm like, "Oh, let's go check out AJ's new show," and I've just stuck with it.
Okay, that's how we found God Bless Birds Up.
Yeah. By the way, if you're in San Antonio, go vote. Go vote today. I've been meaning for us to cover this topic. We just haven't ever got around to it. It's a big story, actually. They're voting. The mayor tried to kill this deal. The mayor's so stupid. She's an idiot. But they were able to still get it on the ballot. This was a big deal in the summer. But today they're voting on whether the city is going to fund a new stadium for the Spurs. Now, it's not like it's not the city directly funding everything. The Spurs are putting up $1 billion of their own, and the Spurs agreed to pay costs overcharge, which projects always go over.
Split it, and if it goes more, we'll cover the overage. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're not even split it. They're only asking for $500 million. So the Spurs are going to put up $1 billion. They're asking for $500 million. The $500 million that city's put in isn't going to the stadium itself that they're building. It's going to the infrastructure around
parking lots and shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, all that other stuff. But it's a huge deal because they're voting on it because it's going to raise some taxes. But the taxes that are going to be raised are only taxes that people visiting are going to be paying. It's like when you go to Vegas, you pay the hotel tax and all that. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be for tourists to pay. And so the mayor is trying to argue that we don't, one, we don't want to raise taxes on our people and stuff, but two, what was it? Her argument is we could use this money to fix other things in the city And why would we spend the money on a new stadium for the Spurs? And the argument to that is because it's an investment. You build a brand new stadium, people are going to want to come to San Antonio. You build this, and the city's going to grow from it because they're going to pay that. The last stadium that they built there, they had a 10-year bond on it. They paid it off in 3 because that's how the money just kept coming in.
You have the future face of the NBA that's going to be in your team for a decade
Yes.
plus now. And
people are going to want to come to see Wemby.
Yeah, and if you don't do stuff like that, he'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, and you're going to create a bunch of jobs. And her argument is like, well, those are like low-level jobs. It's like there's still jobs. People need jobs.
They're paid jobs, and people getting a paycheck and insurance and stuff like that. Man, that's a big deal.
And here's the other thing: if they don't do this, the Spurs are leaving. You can't.
I would too. Kiss my ass. If I'm going to put up $1 billion of my own money, you don't even have to put up that much. You don't have to match it with me.
They're going to put up $1.5 billion because they're going to cover the cost over
3 times the amount of money you are. And if you can't come to terms on that, then fuck you. I'll go somewhere else.
And because think of all the other cities that would gladly accept the Spurs, like you said, they have Wemby, championship organization.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That
you 100%. Can't if San Antonio loses the Spurs, they will never be close to like a big city ever again.
And that's
what else do you have? What else do you have? You have nothing.
That's what I'm saying. You ought to be loving that.
You got to keep the Spurs. So it's a huge deal. They're voting on it today.
What you're telling me is San Antonio's mayor hangs out with Philadelphia's mayor. What you're saying?
Oh, well, she got elected in May. Get this. Oh. They had this deal worked out for years, right? They've been working on this deal for years. She got into office in May, and immediately over the summer tries to kill the bill or the putting it on there. And they're like, listen, Mayor, you just got here. We've already hammered this, like the city council and all this stuff. Like they've been working on this forever.
Oh, I'm saying, yeah,
how about you just leave this one alone and let the voters decide? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how you don't get reelected and shit like that. Well, how often does that happen? Every 2 years?
It depends about city by city.
Right. Either way, that's how, you go ahead and come in and act on a deal like that. You terms over before it starts.
Yeah. So a big deal out there for them. One thing I want to show you, we got to talk some highlight here in a minute, but
yeah, real quick. Did you see where the Balco guy passed away? The guy, Victor Conte, the guy that's tied into all the Balco stuff from Barry Bonds, all the steroids and shit and stuff, that big scandal back in the day. But I seen where the guy that started all that, Victor Conte, passed away. He had Balco was the stuff that was tied to like Barry Bonds, and they were making like the cream and clear and stuff, those steroids and everything. But it was like they were basically making steroids and everything and giving them to professional athletes. This guy would bring athletes in and kind of groom them and then wind up selling them steroids and all this different shit. But it was a huge scandal. Hell, there's a damn Untold on it on Netflix where like a 30 for 30. But yeah, that guy passed away at 75, it says.
Oh, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Check this out. God, WCU's got a pretty cool campus.
Cool. That's a really cool picture.
Yeah.
What is that? A tower? A clock tower? What is that? A clock?
Yeah, clock tower. Yeah.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
You get some beautiful night skies on the Palouse sometimes.
Man, I bet it is a beautiful place up there.
It is just cold as hell, and there's nothing to do.
I believe it. Most of those places like that are cold. Yeah, most of those places that are cold as hell like that, they are beautiful when it's not snowing.
Did you see that? We're going to get into this story. We don't have time for it today, but I've been reading up on it. I need to piece it together. I want to do a video on it, the MMA scandal. This dude right here. This dude last night was a Javonte Williams TD away from turning $50 into $83,000.
And he didn't.
I don't know what his cash out was before the game, but he said he was going to let it ride. Let me see if it says. His cash out before the game was $33,000.
Take the money. God, take the money. You got $50 on that.
That's kind of gross that they're only offering 33 because Javonte was a minus 165. This should have at least been 40,000, like half.
Yeah, but they're never going to give you that.
I would tell you, though, if you have a running back like the Cowboys, I would have at least rolled the dice for the first half.
If I got $50 on that and they're offering me $33,000, I don't care. I will put $1,000 on Javonte Williams' first touchdown score.
Well, he got really lucky because the books at halftime offered him $20,000, and he still said no. But the fact that they even offered him a cash out at halftime, because they could pull that cash out offer at any point.
Yeah, they usually do.
Yeah. He ended up cashing out, I think, right before the fourth quarter for $10K. And you know what his reasoning was?
Because the Cowboys suck.
No. I didn't want to get yelled at by my mom.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Cash out. She should still yell at you. You should have cashed that out for 33 stacks.
Hey, dude, listen, 50 turned into 10K. That ain't mad. That ain't bad.
I ain't mad at it, but it could have been 3 times that.
Yeah, but he could have.
That guy had been scoring religiously all year long. He's already like probably 5 touchdowns over his season total.
Yeah, so it's like, you had a chance to make it 80K. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but there's no way I'm not cashing that out.
But he got 10.2K.
Good for him. Good win still. I hope your mom still yells at you though.
We were looking at this when you left yesterday because I was just scrolling for news. Have you ever seen something like this happen? Apparently, a Cam Little thing. This is fake, by the way.
Oh, that is fake. He didn't get drug tested.
I should have known, but it looked like a third grader wrote his name up there.
It does look like a third grader.
Oh, I respect this. Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell, after they won the World Series. If you
can't beat them, join them.
Beat them, yeah, respect it.
I do. Get your ring, man.
Oh, did you see this? No, that's not it. Where's that? This. Did you see this in the Idaho game?
Nope.
Idaho, Northern Arizona?
Uh-uh.
I've never seen this happen before in my life.
Conversions.
The lights went out.
Had time, but the lights went out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That probably hit a cheerleader right in the face.
No. Look at this.
Did he catch
Homeboy caught it. He caught it. Because I'm like, do you count that? Do you not count it?
I was going to say, can you even count that? The defender can't see the ball either.
Because he caught it, so I would, obviously they're going to be like, no, we got to count it. But
how do we know? How do we know that didn't hit him in the chest and fall to the ground? He just grabbed it like, oh, shit, I got it. How do we really know? It got dark as shit in there. That's crazy.
I've never seen that happen.
Where are we playing? Be a little better than Northern Arizona.
Yeah.
They showed they don't use daylight savings time.
Mighty Makerson said Vegas called it, boys. It does seem like it was deliberate because it went off right as the play.
Right as he's throwing the ball. There's some guy up there just
and then came back on.
God,
what if some guy accidentally hit the wrong switch? First of all, why is there one switch to turn everything off like that? But second of all, it's like someone hit it and goes, oh, fuck.
That guy totally had Idaho plus 2.5. Totally. Pay your bills, Northern Arizona. That's right. You got to pay that electric bill, man.
Yeah, dude. I've never seen that's crazy. Could you imagine that happened like a big game? An Alabama Georgia game or something?
Semifinal or something.
Oh god, yeah.
That's how you get fired. You had one job.
No trade news, huh? Of course. I got you're gonna get all the cool trade news.
Man, I bet that shit don't happen till after lunchtime.
When it usually isn't made.
What is it? 6:00 Eastern or something?
I think it's 4.
4?
Let me see. What is my ESPN app? What is going on here?
Ornery says there isn't one switch, but he says, well, technically there is. It's the main. So fair enough.
I just thought because the lights came back on way too fast.
At least during the game, put a piece of tape over the switch or something? Tell nobody to touch that. Don't touch this.
A piece of tape over that.
Just put a piece of tape over it. We'll be good.
You think the ESPN would have a trade deadline thing? They have a tracker right here, but they don't have anything like.
Dude, I feel like they always have this. This stuff gets kind of swept under the rug.
Because nothing ever major happens with the NFL.
Yeah, all that shit happens in April.
Let's see. When is the NFL trade deadline?
Because I feel like we hyped this up last year, and there wound up not being a whole lot that happened.
4 p.m. Eastern. I was right.
So 4 p.m. Eastern. So you got just under 8 hours left in that thing. You'll see some deals coming out here in the next little bit. I don't know that any of them will be very impactful or whatever. They'll look like they are maybe. But I don't know that you see any big names move.
Yeah.
George Pickens probably would have if he wouldn't have been a dipshit last night. I don't know. They got more reason to trade him now than they had before last night. If you win last night, you don't really want to trade that guy because you need him to make a run. But now that you lost that game last night, I'd be like, hell.
That's what I'm saying. Trade him.
Yeah, you get something. I'm with you on that.
All right.
Let's talk a little highlight, man.
Got a little highlight action, baby. Boom, boom, boom. If you haven't already, actually, go over to Rumble, and check this out. Right up here. Every Saturday, I pin the Saturday show or the Saturday video. This time, it was just the show because I only had time. We had a bunch of sick kids. I only had time to really cover the highlight stuff, and that was it on Saturday. So, when we go over the current standings, take a look at all things highlight, get people more familiar with their websites and their YouTube channel and whatnot. And then we ended up watching that Renegades match I was telling you about, where Gonaga and CRB, I believe it was, ended up coming back. But we watched that second set; it was pretty good. So go check that out. But this is the World Highlight League. Good morning, Ghost. How we doing? Man, there's a nasty bug going around coughing like it. Yeah, dude, there's like two of them. There's one going around where you get the head cold and the gunk for 2 weeks, and then there's the one where you get the stomach bug and throw up. My kids got both back to back. It was great.
COVID. Blame COVID.
But this is the World Highlight League. Today we got the Fireballs and the Chargers. Let's take a look at the current standings. Cyclones at the top, followed by the Renegades, half point back, tied with the Warriors for second place, 5.5. Fireballs, who we're playing today, are at 5 points. They're the last playoff spot right now. And then the Devils and the Chargers. This is a big match. If the Fireballs can beat the Chargers today outright,
Huge.
They'll get 6 points. They'll be tied in first, and the Chargers will have a big uphill battle. This is the last month of the regular season. We go till the end of the month, and then the first 2 weeks of December is the playoffs.
I feel like this is essentially a playoff match today, man.
I think all these, with everything being so tight in here, the month of November is basically a playoff month. It's kind of like I would call it like double elimination. You can lose one, but you can't lose more than one.
Pretty much, man. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Big game tonight.
Yeah, and you don't really want to tie anymore. You want to get the full.
No, you need to start getting them full points, man. Kind of separate yourself a little bit. Everybody log jam right there, and 4 out of the top 6 will make the playoffs.
Yep. But we do have Fireballs versus Chargers here today. We got Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph just getting a lot of action this season.
He is getting a lot of action, man. That guy's earned it too. He's wiry. I like it.
Going against our guy Jedden and Bradley. How about that?
We've had 3 of the 4 of these on the show.
Yeah, we have. Isn't Jedden on the Fireballs?
Yeah, Jedden on the Fireballs. I thought, unless we moved around. Yeah, I mean, he may have moved
teams. Shouldn't the Fireballs be on top?
I mean, maybe he got traded. Look, double check and see.
We thought it was the NFL trade deadline, but no.
No, so you can say we're trading highlight, baby. Let's go.
Let me see real quick. He should be. Yeah, he's on the Fireballs.
He's on the Chargers, ain't he?
Oh, he is on the Chargers. Why did I think he was on the Fireballs this whole time?
Yeah, he got traded last season, I guess, at the old draft or whatever.
In the draft. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. I'm gone a whole season not even realizing that.
Huh. Well, be better.
Revenge game for Jedden versus old team.
Revenge game for sure. I'm taking Jedden and Bradley in 3.
I'm taking Jedden Bradley 2-0.
2-0. He comes out ready to go. He said, okay.
Yeah. Then we got Lulu and Arats versus Eat Your B-Day and Ubia.
Lulu and Arats 2-0.
Lulu and Arats 2-0. I like that. You can probably get like plus 280 on that.
Probably so. I like it, though. Lulu and Arats are studs. Arats is Gauchier's brother, and Lulu's the next Gauchier. So
that's right. Joseph and Ikeda. And Jedden playing in the first two of the first 3 matches. And so is Joseph.
I'm not betting against my guy Joseph twice, man. I'm going with Joseph and Ikeda in 3 in this one.
Yeah, I like Joseph and Ikeda in that one. I don't know, 2 or 3. Yeah. We'll see how the first match goes too, but I'll go Joseph and Ikeda in that one. And our Division 1 doubles match, we got the Uruti and Arats taking on Zulaka and Ubia.
I'm going with Zulaka and Ubia in that one. I think that's probably one that goes 3 sets, but I like Zulaka and Ubia in that one. I do. I feel like
Here's the thing is, though, I think you got Zulaka, who is the best player out of all of them, and he's going to be fresh. Whereas Arats and Ubia both have played a match already. Uruti is going to be fresh as well. I'll go Zulaka Ubia 2-0.
Oh, okay. I don't ever like betting against Arats 2-0. I know he don't win. He don't force them all to 3, but that guy's pretty good too. And maybe it could be one of those things where maybe Arats and Ubia are kind of warmed up, and Zulaka, it takes him a little time to get settled in there. That's why kind of why I like him in 3.
But think of that extra plus money you get on 2-0.
Yeah. Until it goes 3 and you don't get any money.
That's true. Lalu and Ikeda taking on Ichibide and Bradley. Man, we got some good matchups today.
We got some good matches tonight, but I got to go with Lalu and Ikeda in that one. I don't know if I'm going to go 2 or 3. I may just go money line on that one. You might have to lay a little juice on that one.
ST14 fan is going to be taking Ichibide, you know.
She loves Ichibide. That's her favorite, man.
And the last match, Uruti and Cabrera taking on Zulaka and Arta.
Ooh.
Give me Uruti and Cabrera to pull off the upset.
Dude, that would be a big upset, and it could be a huge... No, I'm going with Zulaka because it could be for the match.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You can bet this, by the way, over on DraftKings Sportsbook. If you're in the state of Florida, you can bet at Hard Rock Bet as well. You go over to DraftKings, you go to A to Z Sports, right below hockey right here is the World Highlight League. Click on that. Right now, they only have the who's going to win the championship odds up. Cyclones are your favorite, fall at plus 260, followed by the Renegades plus 330, Warriors at plus 400. The Devils, who Cricket snagged at 20-1 earlier in the season.
1, baby.
Now plus 425, so they're in the mix.
Love it.
You just need the Devils to make the playoffs, and then you can hedge against them.
I can. I'll have a huge hedge spot.
Yeah. But we never bet against our guy, Benny. He's playoff Benny.
Playoff Benny, indeed.
Yeah. But here in a couple hours, the odds for the matches that we just went over, they will be up. You can bet, which team you think is going to win each match. You can bet which team is going to win the overall match. You can bet, is a match going to be 1-2-0, 2-1. You can parlay them together. You can do a lot of fun things. We have made some good money this year on Jai-Alai. And we're going to keep that ball rolling. I feel now that there's a lot on the line. These teams are starting to get dialed in, which I think helps us dial in on our bets too. So I'll try to post some of the ones that I like over on my Twitter at @GameOn_picks. But that's the World Highlight League, my man.
But also you can watch these y'all over on the FUBO, ESPN 3, their YouTube channel, World Highlight League. But this is Tuesday through Friday. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they'll start at 5 p.m. Eastern time. On Fridays, they start at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And they usually have the odds up about 3 hours before that.
100%. 100%. So go check out the World Highlight League. Links to all their stuff is in the description below. And we will be back tomorrow to recap what happened and take a look at tomorrow's matchup. How about that? Speaking of tomorrow, Crick, we can go 10, 15. We can go like a little past 6 tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
I don't have to be to work right. I have usually I get to work I get there about 7:15, 7:20, because everyone starts showing up at 7:30. But tomorrow I have my dental appointment down there at 8 a.m. so I don't have to leave as early.
Cool. Yeah, we'll do it. Like I said, I'll still set Crick's Corner for 9 a.m. and then we'll just flow into that when we get done. I always set it at 9 a.m. anyway. Just maybe it's a little later start when Will's got a little extra time in the morning, Joe. Yeah,
we got a couple of minutes before you even have to hop over there. I'll give you a choice. You want to recap? Well, let's recap the NBA because I doubt you're going to talk. Are you going to talk NBA?
Yeah, I think Ghost, if you're out there, man, I sent you the link this morning. I think Ghost was going to come in and join. If you're able to, man, that's awesome. If you can't, no big deal. But yeah, we'll probably talk it over there. I've been talking some NBA, man. As much as I hate to talk it, I'm finding some good value spots, and I'm actually making some money on it right now. So everybody's money's green.
Is it beer time yet? It's always beer time.
Always, dude.
What up, Stream Hub?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a couple. We'll scroll. I just want to look through the big matches this week, real quick, before you have to hop over there. We've got a couple minutes. Let's see. So Friday, I'm just looking at the top 25. USC Northwestern, Tulane, and Memphis. Think about had they not lost last week. Think how big of a game. I mean, it's still a big game, but like you would have 7-1 versus 8-1,
and that would be
4-0.
You'd be essentially
American
playing for like the Group of 5 playoff spot. South Florida's still in the mix there, but Memphis got the tiebreaker on them.
Dude, you know South Florida's like a 14-point favorite over UTSA. Apparently, they got a pretty good quarterback, like a Jalen Hurts.
I love Byron Brown for the Bulls. What a freaking
coach was talking him up.
He's a stud. Coach knows ball.
Coach
BYU
knows ball.
game. I don't think the BYU game is going to be a good one. It looks like a good one on paper, but that line should not be that high. Texas Tech.
This was going to be a good game preseason.
Yeah,
Indiana, Penn State.
Yeah, that don't mean shit now.
Georgia, Mississippi State. Georgia on the road, they're only 7.5-point favorite. That feels like a trap.
I think it would feel like a trap if it was 6.5. I've got it moved out to 8.5 now too. I think Georgia's about to handle business. Mississippi State. I've liked that Mississippi State team. Gave them some chances and stuff like that. They looked good against Texas a couple weeks for 3.5 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
But they went on the road, got the win at Arkansas last week. But I don't know what to do. I may wind up staying away from that damn game. It feels kind of gross.
Well, remember, Georgia's got Texas on deck, and Texas has a bye.
And remember, Georgia fucking sucks.
But it might be a little look-ahead spot, Crick. They might be, I mean.
No, I was already kind of leaning Mississippi State in that thing, but I don't like those lines that open at 7.5 and move out to 8.5 and stuff. I feel like they're almost begging you, especially when the team's at home. I feel like they're almost begging you to take that team getting the points. But I'll look at it and see, because I have liked that Mississippi State team at home. Yeah,
I wish I was getting a new tooth tomorrow. Apparently, I'm not. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I'm paying $1,500, and I think the next step is getting the groundwork done up in my gums and then letting that heal. I don't know.
Jeez, that's a whole ass process, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I haven't talked to Doc since I last saw him when he took my tooth out back in the end of June. But from what I remember, it's wait 4 months for this bone graft to heal, and then they go in, and I think we like get the whatever you got to get in there,
like an implant,
where the implant's going to go in and whatnot, and you got to let that heal for 4 months, and then I can get the tooth.
Hell, I mean, I'm
gonna pester the fuck out of him after the first of the year to say, listen, we don't need to wait the full 4 months. And the only reason why I'm waiting for the end of the first of the year is because that's when the insurance stuff rolls over, because I've already used all my
100%.
You know what I mean? So I'm like
100%. Take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Dirty ass insurance companies. Yeah, I don't understand why Texas Tech is giving BYU 10 points.
Hey, username, we should start a give send go for Will's tooth. I'm all for it. Let's get a give send go, and we'll go find a doc that will get me a tooth in today.
What is give send go? Is that like Great Value brand GoFundMe?
No, it's essentially the same thing. I think they're a Christian organization too, so they have like one, they don't censor like GoFundMe does on certain things, but two, one nice thing that they have is those people who can't like give money or anything, but they can offer prayers and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat.
Fair enough. We'll always take the prayer.
But yeah, hey, I'm all fine for getting a fund going for Will's tooth. I'll go find a doc that will put a tooth in today.
Today, bro.
I know there's one out there. I don't know. This guy told me it was going to be 8 months, and I'm like, I'm already halfway through it, so I'm riding this thing out. But when this one goes, because I know this one's going to go at some point, I'm going to go find a doc that can do it in a weekend.
At his house.
Just fucking. But I know you can, because I've seen people do it. Hell, my 80-year-old grandma just got all her teeth replaced with implants.
Did it in a day.
Yeah.
We've had you waiting a year and a half.
Fuck.
Golly, can't have nothing.
BYU, Texas Tech. Give me Tech.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to wind up taking Tech in that one minus the 10. That line shouldn't be that high. It's like the damn Utah-Cincinnati game last week.
All I want for Christmas, my 2 front teeth.
That's right. Got him.
Wait till you're 60 years old, Will. You won't give a fuck. I already don't, dude. The only, like, my wife's the one that hates this more than me. Ever since this, because the doc looked at me and goes, you're going to want that flapper thing in here. And I go, I don't give a shit. He goes, you're going to go all this time without a front tooth? I go, yeah, it doesn't bother me. The only thing that pisses me off is talking.
What's a flapper?
It's like a retainer you put in your mouth, and a tooth flaps in, like a fake tooth flaps in, and it's a placeholder right here.
You didn't want that?
It was $500, and it doesn't do anything, but it's cosmetic. Like I can't bite with it. I can't do anything. It's just so I don't look like.
No, that was just like my buddy growing up with. I told y'all he had one of those, a retainer where he put it in, but he had to take it out to eat all the time because it would break it or whatever. But
I ain't spending $500 just so it looks like I have teeth. I don't give a
shit. I knew this guy for like 5 years before I even knew he was missing a tooth, man. We just all of a sudden one day started to eat, and he like pulled it out, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Man, I got this knocked out when I was like 4 or so." I was like,
funny.
"What?"
That's funny. Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all. Now, if it was something that I could like use to help eat a little bit with, then I'd be like, "Oh, that's worth the money." But
yeah,
just for looks, I'm married and got 5 kids, dude.
That's crazy. I have seen those cosmetic ones. Yeah, strictly cosmetic. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now,
real quick, okay. I know you got to go here in a second. A&M, Missouri. Is A&M going to get tested here?
I don't know, man. I got to watch this line move too because this one feels weirdly high. I would think Missouri at home would be getting probably about 4.5 or something like that, and you got all the way up at 7. Once again, feels like the books are begging you to take Missouri at home.
Dude, I keep waiting for like A&M to slip up because it feels like they're due.
God, I know they might just be good, dude. I think they lose.
Honestly, A&M. If A&M wins this game, they're in the SEC title game.
They would be because they should handle South Carolina just fine, especially getting them at home. But I think they lose at Texas, man.
You're not worried about Samford?
No, I don't have a lot of concern with Samford.
But
I wouldn't have a whole lot of. Hey, I wouldn't have a lot of concern if that was Stanford.
Stanford's been sneaky this year. They're either really bad or they upset
those idiots. They were down 14.
It sucks if A&M does win this weekend, which I might take the points of Missouri because look at this is their 3rd straight home game or road game. But I think they had a bye. Didn't they just have a bye?
A&M's coming off a bye.
Yeah, still though. But it would kind of suck if they win this game. Then this Texas game is kind of like, I mean, yeah, it's Texas A&M. It's going to be a big deal to them, but it really doesn't mean anything.
Oh, it's Texas A&M. It means something.
I know, but for like the grand picture of things, I mean, A&M's already in the title game.
That could be all the more reason to be on Texas in that damn thing. But
that is true.
Locked up looking ahead to the SEC title game.
Yeah, and then we'll have to see what happens in the Oregon or the Georgia-Texas game next week.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, that will matter.
I have a guy that was telling me, that AJ guy I tell you listen to, he says Iowa's going to beat Oregon.
Weird things happen when you play at Iowa, and that line to me already feels small. Something feels gross here. It's kind of like when Indiana went to Iowa earlier in the year. That's the only game Indiana's had within 4 touchdowns. They didn't even cover that game.
The line looks short. Listen, don't be scared of the short line on Oregon. It's because of the total, because it's a low total. I can't I don't think I never thought I'd see an Oregon game with a 41.5 total.
No, you did. You saw one a couple weeks ago with Wisconsin, 43.5.
Was that? Did that go over?
Nope. 21-7 final.
Oh, yeah, because homeboy got hurt.
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
Well, yeah, he got his nose busted or something.
Dante Moore or whatever.
Yeah.
But he went out of the game.
Yeah, he didn't play 4th quarter.
They need him to.
But yeah, no, and it was raining like hell in that game too.
Syracuse, did we take the 28.5?
Nope.
Okay.
Yep, don't do that. I think a lot of people
are going to Vandy Auburn game was supposed to be pretty good.
Take Vandy. Take Vandy. Coming off that loss down there at Texas, they had a good comeback in the 4th quarter, and Auburn's fired their coach. You could look at the new coach, but Auburn's offense is disgusting.
Can I give you a disgusting
3
pick?
points on Kentucky. Interest me in what?
Can I give you a disgusting pick?
You can try.
This is my first time looking at the lines, by the way. Wisconsin plus 11.5.
I agree.
We've seen. I mean, not just Washington. We've seen all these West Coast teams struggle to cover big lines when they have to travel East Coast. It doesn't matter how much better they are.
You want to get really gross? I think you can sprinkle Wisconsin money line.
I think I might take on Calshi. Wisconsin plus 3.5. Get some good plus money on that. Probably get plus 225.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you, that game's
Washington wins by a game-winning field goal.
Yeah, Yeah, it could be totally could be something like that, or something where Washington, like they did at Maryland, where they get down by 3 touchdowns, they have to come back to win it late.
I'm so mad. I've been waiting to find a spot to fade Virginia, and I just can't do it because I mean they played
Missed that
Cal
spot.
last week,
That was the North Carolina game.
but I want to fade Virginia because, but I can't because I can't bet Wake Forest because I hate
you can't. You hate them. Yeah, you hate their head coach
for leaving us.
Yeah, I think that game's going to wind up being a stay away for me. I could see that Virginia winning that by exactly a touchdown.
I'm not going to bet Louisville this week, which means you guys should. Every time I decide to bet them, they don't fucking show up. So
Hammer them.
I'm not going to. So go ahead and hammer them this week. That's a free winner
Hammer
for
'em.
you guys.
Hammer Louisville.
Navy, Notre Dame.
I ain't messing with that. We talk more about these when we watch the lines.
I need Love to score 4 touchdowns in this game so we can get his Heisman odds up.
That could totally happen.
You guys had, I mean, granted, he had that 95-yard run last week that kept him in the mix a little bit, but I need him to have a big game.
He's capable for 100%.
Even Steps talked me into buying in on him at 4 cents. He's down to 2 cents now.
Running backs win the Heisman in the years that ended with 5.
I'm doubling down today.
Straight up. If you look back, like the last 5 decades
since
now.
the 70s.
Since 75, yeah. It's 75. Every year that ends with a 5, a running back has won the Heisman.
Ooh, username's got Iowa money line. All right, maybe I don't know. I can't pay the Duckies.
Well, brother, I will. I need to hop out of here. I got to take a tinkle real quick, get a refill. But I'll be started up here in just a couple minutes, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
I'll see you tomorrow. You have a good day and a good show.
Yes, sir. Chat, be safe out there now.
Hey, you're back up to 900 followers.
I know, man. We did. We celebrate that again. Let's go, baby. All right, I'll be rolling in a couple minutes, chat.
Later. Now it's just me. Dun, dun, dun. Let's fix that. There we go. Let's talk about something real quick. Let's talk about Caddy Sports Coolers. How about that? All right, outdoor crew, if you're into fishing, camping, or getting off the grid, meet the new best friend, the Hunter Orange 25-quart cooler from Caddis Sports. This isn't your average cooler. It's roto-modeled for max durability, bear-proof. That's pretty cool. And 20% lighter than the other brands. It's so easy to haul, whether you're deep in the backcountry or just setting up at the dock. You'll get up to 3 days of ice retention thanks to the thick, high-performance insulation. That means cold drinks, fresh food, and fewer ice runs, whether you're chasing muttons offshore or posted up at the campsite. Best part, it's 40 to 50% cheaper than the big-name coolers, but still built to perform season after season. And like all Caddis Sports name brand gear, it's proudly made in the USA. Use code RUMBLE at checkout for 10% off your order today. That's caddissports.com. That's CADDIS sports.com. Go grab the Hunter Orange 25-quart cooler and keep your next adventure ice cold. Booyah. I'll go over and follow Cricket. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Speaking of that, uh-oh. There he is. We've been doing this now. If you guys haven't noticed for the last couple of weeks, this is instead of Cricket doing an afternoon show, what we're doing is we're combining our shows. So we're going to do this show, and then it rolls right into Crick's show right after. Because one, there's a bunch of stuff we just seem to never get into. We just never have time, like, covering the hockey, covering the basketball, some of the betting lines and stuff like that of certain things. So we're just going to carry the show right into that. So you get 2 shows back to back, and we're going to go over here and we're going to rate them. We're going to rate them right now. Let's see. There we go. Confirm raid. And now we're rating. So go check out Crick's show. Ghost Wins has been showing up over there, and so has Grass Guy. He's been showing up as well some days. So you get a little bit of everything over at Sports Picks. Plus, you can go over to sportspicks.locals.com to get winning picks. It's election day today, and Robert's pretty good at those election picks. So if you wanna hop in there and check out the some election day winners, go check that out. That's sportspicks.locals.com. Go give Sports Picks a follow. We got to get them to 1,000. Let's get into 1,000 followers, people. But Crick is about to start the show over there, so go enjoy that. We will be back tomorrow morning bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on a hump day to cover all the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on.